first thing, if you went to Italy, you went to a local church or basilica, especially in Rome, what you find is three naves, three separations. That's, there's the middle nave, the side nave, and the side nave. And also the upside, which is a semicircle altar. From this design, you can more or less predict who built this church. And who built this church were the Italians. In the 1800s, when there was a big migration from Italy to this area, the Italians had a great devotion to Our Lady of Carmel. Okay? And that's why they built the church according to their devotion, to their concept of what a church ought to look like. And just as you can look around, it is typically a Roman basilica. There's a town in Nola, which is close to Naples, and they had a great devotion to Our Lady of Carmel. And so when the people from that area settled in East Harlem, 109th Street, in 1880s, they carry on this devotion to Our Lady, to give them an identity, something to grasp onto, to their roots. And so they began this great devotion to Our Lady of Carmel in 109th Street. Eventually, the Italians began to move into this area where there were a lot of Irish and Germans. And they had their devotions, and because they did not speak English, they were considered to be substandard. They had their devotions in the basement of the church. Not until later, when this became a prevalent Italian community, the Italian community moved to the upstairs church. So as you can see, within the church, there was discrimination, because the Irish and the Germans, they were already established in New York City. When the second wave of immigrants from Italy came in, they were ostracized, even within the Catholic Church. It's interesting, isn't it? To conclude this, I have to explain the statue also. It's very precious in the Catholic Church, because in 1904, Pope Leo XIII blessed those crowns. And Pius X, which is a saint, was declared a saint, gave one of his emeralds, one of his jewels, from his being Pope, when he was crowned as Pope. He gave his ring to those crowns. There's only a few in North America. There's one in Mississippi, one I think in Kansas, up in Canada and Cuba, and now Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico. So this is a very privileged place. You come into this place, you are looking at history, and you're looking at special privileges and blessings from God. So I bless you, and I hope you can have a good time today at Patsy's.
Welcome to Masjid Malcom Shabazz. My name is Mujib Manan, and we greet you with the words that we use to greet each other, Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you.
And welcome you, as Dr. Manan has done already, to the historical Masjid Malcom Shabazz, or Malcom Shabazz Mosque.
You're in a very historic building, and it was a place where they had dancing, gambling, and this whole block in Harlem was known as a place where they had all types of entertainment. And people came from downtown, and it just happened in the 40s, a church moved in called Our Lady of Gethsemane Church, down on the second floor. And on this floor, there was an organization called the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, which was founded by Marcus Garvey, a Jamaican. 1956, Malcolm X found this place, and he made it a place for the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam was founded by Elijah Muhammad, and he found this place and made it Temple Number 7. He was here for a number of years, until 1965, when he was left the organization, he was assassinated, as you know, and at that point, it became remained Muhammad's Temple of Islam, and a man named Louis Farrakhan became the minister here. And after that, there was the death of the leader, Elijah Muhammad, in 1975, and at that point, the new leader, his son, changed the name of the organization to the World Community of Islam in the West and the American Muslim Mission, and it became Masjid Malcom Shabazz after Malcolm X. So that's the history of this building. And since that time, we have grown by leaps and bounds. People from all over the world have come here as members and as visitors, and we have engaged in a lot of community outreach. A lot of schools have been here. And I'm going to stop right there in terms of the history of the building.